Hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Excellent.
I hear you've done your homework.
I've done some of my homework, but now I'm having doubts about whether I did it all.
Oh,
Because
no.
I said you said if you need to do your homework. We've got the stream today, and I said, okay, what was my homework? And you said just do those other roll tables, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay. And then I did that, and now I'm feeling like, what if there was another thing that neither of us remembered?
I mean, there almost certainly was.
There almost certainly was.
So what are we looking at? We're looking at...
This is the
This is the code
last.
we were doing from-
What are they called? The last.
episode? Stream.
The thing that the code goes in Twine.
Paragraph?
I'm getting gateway vibes. I don't know if it's okay. I've just lost this word. It's okay. Maybe you'll see it somewhere if I have a look around. But it's we don't have to stay on this.
Okay. I'm gonna go with paragraph.
I just mean this thing that you
Yeah.
have to go through. Each one there's a name for them. I can't remember.
Section?
No, it's not a generic word. It's a word specific to Twine,
Uh...
or at least I was first introduced to it in Twine. Passage. There we go. Passage.
That's a word.
That's a word. That's the word I meant. That's
Okay.
why I said gateway vibes, because I imagine the passage is between two gates.
A passage is just a bit of a book or something. It's a bit of text.
Yeah, but also, like physical space passages, and you have to go through one for the code to start. So
Okay.
I think it's a bit of a pun there.
Okay.
All right. So anyway.
So last week, this is what we did last week.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we play through it and
See where we're at.
see where we're at?
Okay.
Refresh our memories.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Maybe I fucked up in my homework.
Looks like some homework.
Okay. So this is what I tried. Okay, so
Looks like one of those is missing a curly brace somewhere.
Probably. That's probably the case. Sorry, I'm just on the brace case. I'm currently looking for which ones don't have curly braces. I thought I'd copied it so that they all did, but maybe I'm wrong.
Shall we have a look at what the actual error message was?
Yes. Let's do that. That sounds right.
In passage.render using template, missing a curly brace after property list. Okay.
So there is a missing one in here. Okay, so yeah, last time we just did dusk suits, I think, and dusk values. Or maybe we just did dusk... No, we did... We just did dawn suits last time.
Mm-hmm.
So I came in and basically just copied that to do dawn values, and then did the same thing for each, for noon, dusk, and night, as well as dawn.
My guess is that it's not because it looks like all the curly braces are there. My guess is that it might not be a curly brace that's missing, but like a quotation mark or something, which is making it
yeah.
Gobble up.
So now we need to hunt for a missing quotation mark.
Yeah, so or a comma or something. So it would be. This is something where it would be nice if Twine had like syntax highlighting. Do you want to try deleting the commas at the end? Did we establish that that's fine and you can do that, or did?
No, we didn't.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if commas at the end were allowed or not.
No, the thing that surprised you was that they were allowed.
Okay. Probably not that then.
I might have messed up on placement of quotes. Oh no. I feel like this is bad for stream. I feel like this is tedious. But also now the whole thing's broken, so we have to fix it.
It's fine. We'll find the problem. What? Oh, I spotted a typo while we're at it.
Oh yeah, the copy and paste did a lot of missing off the last character.
Yeah.
That I had to correct and obviously didn't catch each time.
Okay. Scroll. Do you want to scroll up a little bit? I wonder if you can have commas in strings. I'd assume so.
Oh, why? Where's there a comma? Oh, do you mean in some of them where like this one?
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's allowed or not.
Well, there's quite a few of them.
Yeah, I think it's probably fine.
It's weird. Doesn't Twine usually highlight something in red when it would stop when it doesn't work?
That was in the other version we were using, so I don't know if they put syntax highlighting in for this version.
I feel like I've seen it show up when I've done it wrong. Yeah, see, this one was definitely right. But this one doesn't have a comma at the end. What about here? This one does. Which, this one worked last time, so we know this one's right.
And then dawn values and... Let's try pressing test instead of play. Does that give us... No, it's not going to give us anything, is it?
It's telling us...
Oh, hang on. Let's try... We're going to try... Web developer.
Uh-oh. I'm scared, Darcy.
Web console? Unreachable code after return statement. Debugger?
It's called a debugger because I need to debugger this code.
Yeah. Script.
Do I just need to put an extra one in at the end that I've missed off or something like that?
Hard to say. Story format. Twine.js. Use strict.
Can you tell me what you're doing?
I was hoping that it would like tell us which line of our I was hoping it would be like, oh, it's this line or something. But it doesn't seem to do that. Brew proven coffee, edit story style, sheet rename story style. Oh, I know. Let's have you got Notepad++ installed?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
So probably not.
Do you wanna just Google on like JavaScript web IDE.
Oh.
Stands for Integrated Development Environment, and I'm hoping there's something that will...
You're going to have to take the lead on this. I don't know what I'm looking for.
I just want it to give us like a browser window that will... yeah, here we go. Let's try that. Get started.
It's going to make us sign up.
Oh, it's going to make us sign up.
Which you can't do on stream.
Yeah. Okay, let's just look at it with our eyes.
This was working last time.
This was working.
Last time we had up to the Dawn suits and it was all working.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got Dawn values. We've got Ace. They saw one too many arrests. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've all got the right number of quotes in this bit. Oh, does anything have an apostrophe in it?
Yes. I'm sure there's several apostrophes.
Okay, let's see if we can spot any apostrophes.
There's one.
There's one. Let's just delete them for now.
Okay.
Get rid of that apostrophe. And then let me know if you spot any other apostrophes. Okay, let's try that.
Okay. Oh, it just restarts it in here. No, it still says
Can we try
brace.
closing the window just in case? Because we had it open twice and I'm not sure if it gets confused or something. This is annoying.
I think it may be literally just I need to put one at the end that I've left off. Let's look at how it sets up here.
Could you scroll right to the end for me quickly? Okay, you do have the closing.
I've got the closing one for that one,
Yeah.
but I'm wondering whether they're in like a subgroup that I haven't accounted for. Like, do I just need to put in another curly brace in it? Is that going to be it?
I
Doubt it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's more likely to be there's something that's like making one of the ones inside there get eaten by a quotation mark.
Spacing was wrong on that one. What if it's just that?
Unlikely. You're allowed spaces.
This is so annoying.
Yeah.
I guess this is real coding.
This is real coding. Can you see?
I'm just going to put the apostrophe back in.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Well, never
I'm pretty
mind.
sure that the apostrophe. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be allowed apostrophes in quotes. Okay.
That's weird. What about question marks?
Did we've got question marks in the Dawn ones, so I'm pretty sure the question marks are fine. The thing with apostrophes is that a lot of programming languages treat them the same as quotation marks. So an apostrophe would be able to close a quotation mark, and then it sort of gets very confused about which bit is in quotation marks and which bit isn't.
Okay.
I think. Let me search. I'm going to look for Twine JavaScript syntax highlighting. Color syntax highlight. Is there a way to currently installing it is okay. I don't. That doesn't help. Okay. JavaScript plugin. No. This is annoying. So yeah, if we were using a proper like code editing tool, it would be highlighting this stuff for us, which would make it a lot easier to spot what the problem is. So, and you definitely didn't like delete one of these bits earlier by accident or something, right?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I can't tell you it definitely didn't.
Okay, I'm gonna suggest that you copy all the bits that you copy the whole like set of new bits, and just like put them in a passage that we're not gonna go into for now. Yeah. So if you just create a new passage somewhere else, so you can. Oh, you can do one that's not linked with the passage button at the bottom there.
Oh, okay.
Hey Octasco, we're having some difficulties.
I did my homework, and it turns out I did my homework wrong, and now nothing works.
Okay, so let's try running it now that we've got rid of the new bit. Okay.
So it's definitely something in here that's fucked up.
So let's start off by grabbing the first list, this one.
And just do it one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I think one of our things for next week will be to find something that we can write JavaScript in that does the syntax highlighting and stuff, because that'll make it easier.
Okay.
So do you want to press... Yeah. Okay,
Still
so it wasn't
works.
that bit.
Ugh. I know this trial and error is like standard, but it's so annoying.
Yeah. I mean, if we had... if we weren't just trying to write the code like directly into Twine's text editor thing, it would be a bit easier to do.
Still not broken?
It's gonna be the last one.
I bet you it's the last. It's literally the last piece is broken. What if it just works this time for no real reason?
That seems unlikely, but
Yeah.
You never know.
I just like to treat things as if they don't make sense because I don't understand them. Because then the world's better for me.
There we go. So it's this
That last
one.
bit.
Let's have a look at this last bit that we just put in. So we have got s.noon values equals, we've got opening curly brace and closing curly brace. We've got ace 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, jack, queen, king, all in quotes. They've all got colons.
This one doesn't.
There we go, we found the comma.
There we go. Fucking hell. All that because I missed off one fucking comma. Let's see how the others work now.
Yeah,
as well.
see if we got the others now.
I'm not going to be as careful with these. I'm just going to put them all in.
Yeah, because hopefully that was the only bit.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, so Octasco's recommended Sublime Text or VS Code for writing JavaScript because they've both got syntax highlighting. So
No, shit.
Okay, so let's go back to... which ones had we checked so far?
I assumed it was going to let me just Control Z this. I don't know why I thought it would be so useful.
Well, so now that... I think it'll be there.
Yep. I was going to say we can just go bottom up, but...
Yeah. Yay!
Yes!
There we go.
Okay.
So you had 2 commas missing.
Oh, what a nightmare.
So yeah, we should try and get a... So that's sort of quite a good example of why syntax highlighting is useful.
Yeah.
Because if you've got something that understands what this means, and that's the same place that you're editing it, then you'll be able to see it will be like, oh, you've got a comma missing here or whatever.
Yeah.
And it will normally highlight like, oh, these bits are strings and that's one colour, so it's easy to like see if when there's bits missing and stuff.
And is that something where it's just like, well, to fix this we just need to not use Twine? Or is it like there is something we can do in Twine to make it fine?
I don't think I think because Twine's sort of designed to do sort of fairly simple little bits of code, I think it just doesn't have syntax highlighting built into this one. It's just something someone made and they didn't put syntax highlighting in.
Okay.
Octasco says Sublime Text is more of a powerful text editor and VS Code is more of an IDE. So the difference between a text editor and IDE is that like a text editor is like basically the same thing that we've been using, but we've added features, so it will like highlight the text nicely for us and stuff to help us see what's going on a bit more. And then an IDE quite often has like extra stuff like letting you go through the code one step at a time. So if you're having something that's
like in the game we were playing.
Yeah, exactly. What was it called?
Exopunks.
Yeah, we've been playing Exopunks.
We played it once. It was fun.
You have to print out a manual.
Yeah.
But you're literally just writing code, and yeah, it lets you step through all the instructions that you're given, one step at a time. So that's something you can do in an IDE normally, which can be quite useful if you're like not sure exactly where it's breaking.
because you can sort of see what each value is at each moment in time and that sort of thing. Oh yeah, and another thing Octasco pointed out is that they quite often have automatic indentation based on the braces, so it's easy to see which code blocks aren't closed off properly. So it'll, because it understands what the braces mean, it'll indent code that's inside the braces by the same amount depending on how many braces it's inside.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's like a visual cue to you when the braces are off, because you're like, it makes it easier to notice because everything's sort of indented.
Nice.
Okay, so we've got our lists set up now.
Yes. Okay, so I think here we set it up last time so that it was able to read the suit of the Dawn. So I guess now we just do the same thing but for value.
Yeah, so you...
But again, I don't know if this is particularly interesting because it's...
It won't take too long to just do that for each suit, will it?
No. Oh, yeah.
So you've got your Dawn is the...
It's going to be the same thing except... It's going to be the same thing except... for, you know, the other one.
Yeah.
Sorry, my brain's not working very good.
You're doing good.
And then just change it to values instead of suits. I hate it how things just default to that without me pressing anything, and I always forget what button I'm supposed to press to undo it, and it gets me every time. Okay, so I think that'll work.
So, do you want Dawn values? Do you want Dawn 1 or...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So that will show us both lines about the Dawn card, hopefully.
Yes.
So should we...
Do it again, make sure that works?
Yeah.
Play. Oh, it was there. Where do it?
Oh, this is that's just the part that...
Can't go back.
Oh, I guess you need to start the...
I thought it usually let me go back.
I think that was in Harlow that it let you go back.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's
designed to do that in this one.
Yeah, I think that's probably something you need to add.
Okay. Yeah, at some point I'm going to have to go through and reword all these prompts so that they make sense in a way that's intuitive to Twine. But yeah, this'll do for now. Sweet.
So do you want to do the same thing for the Dusk and whatever else the cards are called?
Yes, I do. I do is my answer.
You do.
Yeah, so it's once again it's going to be the same, except it's just going to be this copied and replaced with the others now.
So what I I'm wondering, I'm trying to think if there's a neater way to do it, because now that we're doing a bunch of copying and pasting, as soon as I start copying and pasting chunks of code, I'm like, ooh, can I tidy this up somehow so I'm not repeating myself?
Yeah.
But I think because we've only got 4, it's probably fine. It makes sense to just do it this way for simplicity.
Okay. Trust your judgment.
Yeah.
It's just going to be me going through typing in new 3-letter combinations.
It seems good. And then... Ooh. I'm sleepy.
You tired?
Had a busy day doing nothing.
I always have a busy day doing nothing. Especially when I'm actually supposed to be busy doing something.
You did your homework.
I did my homework, but I didn't do it right, did I?
You only missed off 2 commas. It's not bad.
Yeah, but 2 commas which crashed the whole thing from being able to work until we went and found those 2 commas in the big space. Not the best.
I mean, that's sort of the best kind of error to have, because it's once you found it, it's very easy to fix. It's just like, oh, Mr. Comma, easy to fix, rather than like
it's easy to fix, but it's not easy to find because I'm stupid.
Well, that's why syntax highlighting was invented.
Yeah,
like it's hard to spot that because that's not how humans read; it's how computers read.
Well, sounds suspect to me. Oh, I, the fool, forgot to grab my laptop charger when I was setting up, so I should run and grab it now because we're on low battery.
Oh, okay. You go do that.
You, Phil.
Okay.
You, Phil Mitchell.
I'm just gonna change your code quickly.
No.
Ooh. What's going on in AJ's code? Okay. So, got this guy. God, what are we doing here? We should put some comments in this. Why didn't we put any comments in this? So, you know what we didn't do?
What did we do?
We've not put any comments in anything. I'm looking at this and I can't remember what it does.
Well, that's because you've just been commenting to me.
Yeah.
And we've been commenting into the microphone.
Yeah. We should start adding comments to stuff, I think.
Okay.
So that we can
keep track of it.
Yeah, so we know what anything does.
That would help me working alone, I think.
Yeah.
Do
you want your chair back?
I do want my chair back. How dare you steal my chair? Okay. Okay. Back in my seat.
Back in the
coda zone.
So what do we want to do next? We've got our 4 prompts.
I thought, are we doing
I don't know, I just opened this to look at it. Oh yeah, should we write some comments? What does this bit do? Do you remember?
Which this bit? Well, this...
What's going on here?
What's happening here?
What's all this?
I feel like this isn't what I was just looking at.
Oh, yeah, no, I changed it while I was looking at stuff while you were gone.
Oh, I don't know where I am now then. I mean, I do, but like, I don't know what's going on anymore.
So, in JavaScript, we do comments with a //
Okay, should we start at the beginning?
So these, I think, are fairly self-explanatory. They're just lists. But if we go back to, like, this one, for example. So we could... So inside the coding zone, but maybe, like, if you do a new line before, we've got s.dawn, and then you can do a // and then, like, what's this bit here? This is, like...
Oh. Is that it?
Oh, you don't need the slashes at the end.
Okay.
If you put 2 / at the start of the line, you're telling JavaScript, this is for me actually and not you.
So do I need to make another line break here?
No, I don't think so. I think that'll be fine. If it doesn't work, then maybe you do.
Okay.
I guess we'll find out.
Should we test this one first before we?
Yeah. Should we see how we're doing?
Dun. Okay. I forgot what I was looking for.
We were just checking if it worked. If it was not broken.
Oh yeah, and it wasn't broken. Okay.
Okay, so we've got when a new cut is made.
Yeah.
Where we draw our dawn, noon, dusk, and night.
Yes.
So then we move on to when composing a prayer.
Yes.
So what's going on in composing a prayer?
Okay, so let's go here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little section in here that explains. Oh, not here. That's the thing. When composing a prayer, turn over the first face down card, roll a 6-sided die, and place it on top, and repeat for any remaining cards. You may also roll a die for any cards used to identify the saint and add them in any order among the overturned cards. So essentially, this is where the cards we had that were face down earlier get turned over, and each one gets a die rolled and assigned to it. And then,
so we've done that bit, haven't we?
Yeah. And then what you do is you consult the Oracle of Verse, which is like another roll table. Except the roll table is prompting you to write poetry, essentially.
Okay.
So it's something that we haven't done yet at all, which will need to be something that's works throughout the game, is we need to have parts where the player can actually like input writing.
Okay.
And that needs to be able to be remembered.
I thought when we were talking about it before, you were saying that it was going to be a companion and people would still write it down on.
I mean,
paper.
it can work that way. But
shall we look up and see if there's a way to get text input in Twine? Because I don't know if there is.
Yeah, I think I said it will have to be that way if we can't get someone to write in it. But like, you know, it doesn't work as a game on its own if you can't write, because it's a writing game. What am I searching for?
Twine text input.
Snowman.
Oh yeah. How can I make a text input field? Okay, so scroll past this code because that's someone's code that doesn't work. So so we've got input type equals text, name equals riddle. And if you scroll across a little bit, on change equals riddle answer. On change equals riddle answer equals this dot value. Okay, and then we've got as you approach riddle door block. Else. So I think we can use a text input, but this person's doing something different than what we want. Snowman reference. Hopefully this will just explain it to us. Markup underscore name properties functions ID name tag source render. Okay, let's search for input. Text input. The text input macro. Is this still, are we still in Snowman? This looks like Snowman. Right?
I don't know.
Maybe not. I think this might be Harlow. A Twine cheat sheet. Ooh, that's just a download. Okay, let's just try dumping this in and see what happens. So if we copy this and just
let me figure out where it needs to be first.
I think if we just put it near the start, because we just want to play around with getting some text. Probably not like in the very first one, because we've got a lot of stuff in there. So if you did, and then that's going to want to be inside the coding brackets.
I wasn't sure because it was in brackets, so I didn't know whether that was...
Yeah. It's...
percent.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Let's see what that does. I suspect it's going to be like, no, you did it wrong. Yeah. Okay. Expected expression. Got that. Let's go back to this and not because I'm not sure if we're supposed to close it or something. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe it's not supposed to be within. Oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's not within the percent braces. So
Okay.
let's try again, but without those. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Okay,
and it's got a bit to write.
so we can type in there.
But what does no code for anything to like actually matter.
So, let's have a look at our Twine code.
Yes.
So this is just HTML markup. So we're saying to display an input box, and the input type is text, and you can also have other types. You can have a select box and stuff, which is a drop down list. We've given it a name so that we can refer to it. That is just Riddle because of where we copied it from. And we've got on change, so that means every time the thing that's in the text box changes, we set riddle answer to this dot value, so the value of whatever's in the text box. We set riddle answer. So I am gonna suggest that we try, if we do s dot user input, if we do on change s dot user input equals this dot value, instead of on change riddle answer equals this dot value.
Okay. Like that? Or
Yeah. And then if underneath we put some the coding zone, and then but that's just going to load once, I think. On the next page, actually, we'll try just like displaying.
shall I say something?
Oh, sorry, I meant on the next passage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if we try just displaying s.user input, so the percent brackets and then equals s.user input. And see if it's yeah, and just let's see if that works. It might not, because I'm just guessing. So if you type something in there and then go to the S is not defined. Okay, interesting. So I before next time that we before the next one, I'll look up how to do text input in Twine.
Okay.
Rather than me just guessing stuff at random. So, yeah. So what have we got? We looked a bit at how to do. So we can do an input box. We're just not sure yet how to
get it to carry over.
Get the value to carry over.
Yeah.
And we've got all our lists set up.
Yes.
And we can display what all the cards that we get are. And once we know how to do user input, we'll be able to start getting user stuff to typed in.
Yeah.
And we've got this is the part where you actually start writing the poem, right?
Yeah, sorry, it's still I haven't quite internalized like the discrepancies between what you do in this version of the game and what you do in the actual game,
Yeah.
because like I still haven't fully figured out how it's actually going to be presented to you as a digital piece.
So I think it might be useful if we look at this stuff that we wrote earlier and write some comments on it, to make sure it makes sense when we come back to it later.
Yeah. Okay. So we started in... Oh. Sorry, I thought we were in a different passage and I got confused again. So this would be...
This is where we roll 1 die per card.
Yeah.
Per face, yeah.
There we go.
And attach it to that card, I guess. You could also, if you, oh yeah, or you can just put it there. Perfect. So next time we come and look at this, we'll go, oh, that's what we're doing here. And then which part is... So this is where we print it out. Maybe if we put a comment here, which is where we say, like, this is the part for printing it, for listing the cards nicely or something.
Would I just do that like in here?
Yeah, wherever makes sense for you. Cool.
I think that's right.
Yeah. And then maybe if we put a comment here to say put a full stop at the end, because that's what this whole bit is, just for putting a full stop at the end.
Oh, okay.
So this should hopefully be a bit easier to understand next time we come back and look at it.
And let's just make sure that still works. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get to the next point
Uh-oh.
because it's broken.
So should we delete the broken bit then?
Yes.
Which is that bit, I think.
Yeah, that's the broken bit.
Yeah.
I think it was...
Yeah, so I think we're not assigning the value correctly to the variable in the HTML box. Oh, is it just when you type?
Maybe it's...
Is it happening when you type?
I don't think I can advance anymore, except based on what's typed.
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, I thought you'd clicked next and that was when it wasn't working. I hadn't realised.
There isn't a next anymore.
Yeah. Well, you can still click on...
Oh, yeah. I forgot that was how it's done. Oh, okay. So let's actually... Can we undo... What was typed here?
It was % equals s.user input.
Okay, so I think what was actually happening that was wrong is I was pressing return after I typed instead of just clicking through to the next passage.
Oh, okay.
So maybe if we type something and then click through instead of hitting enter, it will actually remember it and display it, and it won't be broken.
Worth a try.
Blah. No.
Yeah, so I think it's saying S is not defined. So at the point where we are either trying to assign a value to S or read a value from S, it doesn't know what we mean by that. So I think if we put what we could try doing is putting the this, because I think this part is the bit that's JavaScript.
Oh, because it's outside. Okay.
and then I think this bit is HTML.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or I think let's try putting this. See.
So arrows without the percent is HTML as opposed to Java.
Yeah, that's just sort of how that's standard sort of HTML tags.
Okay.
Which it seems like you can just put into Twine directly. So let's see how that goes. I don't think that's going to be right, but
it's not displaying it anywhere.
Did we tell it to display it, or did we delete that bit? Okay, well, interesting. It's not crashing anymore.
Maybe I have to hit return for it to do the part where it displays, and that's the part that crashes it.
So let's have a. Oh, do we still have the? Yeah, we've still got this open. So they're doing if riddle door block name equals riddle if not riddle door block on change riddle answer equals this dot value can if else convert else go back. So what is this? Should update a riddle answer variable. I'm not sure why they're using this riddle answer variable. But
Oh, that was the wrong version. You were reading the wrong version.
yeah, I was seeing what they were trying to do. So notice what's reading variation markdown and markdown lines starting with a tab character indicate that line is a code block. Interesting. Riddle answer. So yeah, so this doesn't make it. They've marked this as right, but I don't understand. The code is JavaScript. Everything else is HTML. Yeah, I think maybe I'll just look that up later. So
Okay.
I think it's going to be something about like how HTML and JavaScript works in Twine specifically, and how you tell it which parts are JavaScript and which parts are HTML.
Okay.
Oh, did we try the other thing I thought of, just putting the percent brackets around this part?
No, because you said that and then immediately jumped to both.
Okay, let's try that, and then we'll probably about time to stop for today.
Yeah. Oh.
Expected expression got equals. So
Oh, that'll be on.
yeah, so that's this equals thing.
Hmm.
So Octasco reckons that you don't need the percent brackets because the on-change event is JavaScript anyway. I mean, we tried it without them at all.
And it didn't work at all. That's
Ooh, what if we try putting it around on-change up to this value?
Here.
Yeah. Because this whole bit's JavaScript. And then deleted from after user input. I think this is just like a weird Twine before the quotation marks, I think.
Like that.
Oh, hang on. Where'd that quotation mark come from? Do you want to delete that?
Well, I think it was originally part of something that you've already deleted.
Oh, let's get rid of it. Don't want that. Let's try that. Maybe that'll work. Probably won't.
Okay. Nope.
Oh well.
You want to call it a day?
Yeah, I think I need to work out how exactly HTML works in Twine.
before we can fix this one.
Well, I mean, we were talking about doing stuff with syntax highlighters anyway, weren't we? So like,
Yeah, so that wouldn't fix this thing necessarily because it won't be a Twine specific syntax highlighter, but it will help us when we're just writing chunks of JavaScript.
no, I wasn't expecting that to help us with this.
Oh, sorry.
I was saying, so are we still gonna be doing Twine? Is it like?
I mean, so with the syntax highlighting, my idea was that we would, if we're writing big sections of JavaScript,
Yeah.
we could use something that has syntax highlighting, just to make it easier when we're writing a big chunk of JavaScript, and then we'd copy and paste it back into Twine.
Okay. So just like that thing you found before, but we'll sign up off stream.
Yeah, basically like that.
Sweet. All right.
So I think we'll leave it there for now, and our things for next week are going to be find something with syntax highlighting so it'll make JavaScript easier, and work out exactly how you do HTML and JavaScript mixed together inside Twine.
I've never mixed codes before.
Well, next week. We didn't manage
I've never
it this
knowingly mixed codes before.
Next week we'll we've got some various guesses about how Twine and JavaScript stuff works. Okay, so Octasco and Lochner were talking about how the JavaScript in the code blocks and the JavaScript in the HTML markup work, and those are different. Did we try it with none of these at all? I think it didn't.
That was how we did it first.
And it didn't work, right? I mean, should we try it again? Does this bit need to be in quotes? Did I delete one? Was the problem just that I deleted one quote without noticing ages ago?
I don't know.
I think the problem might have just been that I deleted one quote without noticing ages ago.
Well, it already wasn't working before then, I think.
Yeah.
This is what was happening before.
Yeah, so when we don't have the curly braces around it at all, the what do you call it?
Quotes.
The angle brackets with the percents at all. That was what was happening before. So yeah, I'm gonna have a look. We've got various guesses about what might be going on, but I'll work that out off stream, because I think being able to mix HTML and JavaScript within Twine is going to be quite useful.
Okay.
So that's it for this week, I think.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. And we'll see you next week with perfectly functional HTML JavaScript combination.
High promise, but
yeah,
I'm sure we can do it. Yeah.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Oh wait.
Wait.
You can follow us on Twitter at
programming _.
No,
adventure
Is it
codes.
adventure _ codes?
Adventure _
It's
codes.
At adventure _ codes.
Well, the at is implied. I'm not wrong because I didn't say it.
No, the bit that was wrong was when you said it was programming adventures.
Yeah, and then I immediately changed, and you still treated me like I was wrong. You didn't acknowledge the change.
Okay. Sorry.
Now you're acting like I'm being sensitive.
No.
Okay, I'm ending this now. This isn't fun for me.
Bye.
Bye.